What's going on, people? Yo, this is an honest review on Revenge of the Savage Planet. Bro, all I gotta say is it's funny and fun, bro. I mean, it's only a two-player co-op, but it doesn't matter. You get your special buddy like I did, and you go cause mayhem and slap each other around. It's great. Now, if you've been watching the gameplay of my other videos, you see what's been going on. But if you just first time interacting, man, this game is 1,000% better than the first one, and a whole lot more fun than the first one. Now, the first one was first person, and they did a dramatic change of putting third person, which is genius idea what they did here. And you still got the slap, so you can pimp slap your buddy a few times if you noticed here. So it's colorful, it's great. I'm in America, my buddy is from
Australia.
Alright, so there was a little bit of lag, but if you're both in the same country, it should be flawless. Now they fixed the bugs of people crashing, but we didn't have any crashes. We actually, it was almost perfect. I mean, almost flawless. And the interaction with everything is awesome. They always have something funny to say. And you notice the little camera falling around. You know, that's from Destiny. So they got cameos from video games, movies, all kinds of stuff, bro. I mean, we were laughing like majority of the time. Look at the little fat guy jump in the regime. What's going on? So you gotta do your challenges to get upgrades. So at the beginning, you know, just like every game, it's kind of slow. But this guy here is not strong with the force. You can see he has Limp D. So it's great. So like I said, you struggle at the beginning until you get your upgrades, and you gotta do your challenges, which is they're a lot more doable than the first one. Look, he's doing the Terminator thumbs up. This is awesome. I almost died here. Well, actually, I died twice in the car, but you know, you can't jump out of it. It's tar. What do you expect? You know. So you got to figure out the puzzles too. That the environment is beautiful. It's colorful. I mean, we did it on the Xbox Pass, so it was great. You just gotta think outside the box a little bit. So it was awesome. And these boss fights are hilarious too. Check this one out, bro. Look at this.
We may have made a mistake.
I'm telling you, this game has a lot of humor, and you gotta figure out from what movie or game that they're getting this from. So another thing is you gotta capture the creatures to research to get the color palettes, and it's hilarious when you gotta capture them. Look, it looks like I'm fishing, right? And I'm reeling it in. It's awesome. I mean, it has like High on Life with Zelda mixed with like 3 other games, and then the puzzles. I mean, it's great. So you gotta find your collectibles. You gotta find your skins out in the open world, and you just look around. Look at the environment. It looks gorgeous. It's super cool. Like I said, it's 1,000. Bro, it's just amazing. Like if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. So you gotta, like I said before, you gotta look at this. You got the videos. It's hilarious. I mean, these guys have great humor, sense of humor.
Hello. This message is for all
Somebody
remaining
knows
Tinder
somebody that
employees
looks like that in the
that are
video.
still alive somewhere in the
So
galaxy. I'm
once
really sorry
again,
to call you out of the blue like this, okay?
it's not that big,
But I
but
just
you
felt
gotta
like we hadn't
figure
been
out.
talking
They got
since the acquisition.
Borderlands in here. They got outfits from everybody from all kinds of games. Even the interaction of you creating your room. Look at this. I'm jumping on the bed. You can interact with most of the stuff that you place, which is awesome. And some are disturbing, like this. Like
Okay. So
you got
I
this
spent some
guy
time
in a
looking
fucking
into that
hot
old
tub, you
javelin
know,
you
getting eaten
found
by fish,
based on its VIN
or getting
number.
cleaned by fish in a fish tank.
And I am pleased
Yeah,
to
that's-
say
but
that
whatever,
it was
it is
one
what
of
it
our
is.
deluxe models.
And the incoming of a new planet is also hilarious. Look at the humor in this, man. If you're not smiling by now watching this video on Honest Review, you got no funny bone. So it's not difficult. There is no difficulty. There's only one difficulty.
This is more
All right.
what I expect in a distant alien world. Empty,
Now,
arid,
the only thing
desolate.
that
Everywhere
we didn't
everything
finish
has been a
was the
bustling alien
scannables.
paradise.
And some stuff was hard to scan. So they'll probably add another patch later on to make it easier. So, but everything else we completed. We found all the collectibles, all the upgrades. We did everything else, but we just couldn't get the scannables. And every time you capture an animal, they give you a little habitat for you to interact with them. Check this out. That's pretty cool, man. You know, I'm not saying it's the greatest game in the world, but for the time being, before we get the next big thing like GTA 6 or something coming out, we got something fun to play. So you know, you gotta go around, catch these little mini bosses, interact with different planets. You know, even when you go to a different planet, they got that from Warframe. You know, you see a little different planets where you go to. The customizations. Look at this. There's one from Fallout. You know, you got a Power Ranger one. Tell me that's not a Power Ranger. Look at that. Yep, they got the Mega Man one. So the cosmetics are great. They're funny. To check your challenges and collectibles, you go to your journal, you go down, and they'll tell you what planet you're missing stuff from. All right. So it's not that difficult. Now, you could always come back. You cannot play, if you play co-op, you cannot play solo co-op game save. You got to wait for your co-op partner to come in. So the only negative thing about this, it's really short. We completed the game in 15 hours, and the only thing we were missing was scannables. So I'll say if you want to get all the achievements and everything, it will probably run you about 17 hours to 20 max. If it's, you know, I'll say 20 hours max with the DLC that comes with the extra 250 game score. So enjoy, give it a shot. The only thing, another thing is, I don't think it's worth $40 for the standard and $50 for the deluxe. It's more like 30 and 40 because how small it is, but it's packed with enjoyment. All right. So if you don't have the pass and you gotta buy it, I would say wait for the sale when it comes down to about $20 to $30, and then pick it up and have a good time. All right, that's the only flaw. Everything else is amazing on there. So the graphics, the smoothness. Yeah, I ran into a few bugs. Then, like I said that before, my buddy's from
Australia.
You know, and I'm in America, so that he's across the world, bro. What do you expect? But you know, if we were both in the same country, it probably would have been a lot more smoother. But other than that, it's almost perfect. Almost perfect. All right. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Till the next time, enjoy yourselves. Peace.